Hey friends!
Welcome back.
Well, we have a lot of new friends recently on our channel, so let's introduce ourselves. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Todd.
And you probably know you're watching that 1870s Homestead. And this is what we call our weekend in review. So we just kind of capture everything that happened Friday through Sunday and fill you guys in.
Yeah, it's kind of like a vlog in reverse.
Yeah. Well, I woke up Friday fit to be tied, and I was ready to go. He started reading off an article from Facebook on Friday that my state representative wants to do away with our bottle bill. And if you don't know what that is, it's where you pay 10 cents extra for beverage items like beer and bottles, pop bottles, things like that.
Not water, though.
No. And you take them back and you get your 10-cent refund, and it makes sure that those things get recycled. And we have a 94% return rate in Michigan. And not a lot of other people have avenues to participate in recycling outside of that. We don't have community pickup centers. I think in the whole state of Michigan, there's only 3 communities that have comprehensive recycling programs. So I was like, oh, no, this is not happening. And see, what's unfortunate is this is the state representative that I voted for. So I'm like, I voted for you. You're not representing my opinion. And this is not going to happen. And I found out he was having a coffee chat at a local Tim Hortons in the area. So me and Mr. Joe Bellino had a nice little chat for about 45 minutes where I expressed my concern generously and asked him if he could kindly share with me what his strategy is. Because I was open to it. I was open. Maybe I don't get the big picture.
Right, maybe this is step 1 of his 5-part plan that he has put together.
Right, and there is no strategy. Oh.
This is step 0 of
Step
0.
1. No, it was step 1 for him of I don't know what.
1 of 1, and I don't know what I'm going to do after this.
Yes. Oh, it did not go well. By the end of it, I think he had heard enough of what I had to say, and he could tell I was frustrated with his lack of answers. So I gave him some suggestions on what to go and research, alternative approaches for him to consider, and wished him the best of no luck in passing of the bill. It kind of fed off of our Homesteaders Take a Stand video in that we have to get more engaged, whether it's about homesteading or just a right and a passion or public opinion that you want to make sure that your opinions are represented by your local government. That was that. I came home, and to get my mind off of it, I started wrapping presents.
She wrapped presents. I think I got home from work somewhat early, and you didn't do a whole lot much else on Friday, really. We kind of just chilled, and you took your medicine because you were really not feeling well.
Well, I started really not feeling good last live show. Remember, I was coughing and coughing and throat scratchy, and me and Abigail are just struggling kicking this thing. So took my elderberry syrup and my garlic honey. I don't feel good, guys.
Saturday morning was planned to shape up to be a busy morning. I woke up earlier than I normally would, because it was a delivery date for our new washer and dryer that we purchased and our freezer that we bought a couple weeks ago on Black Friday. Was it 1 week ago?
Yeah, 1 week ago.
Oh, every day is just flying by so fast right now. And they were supposed to deliver sometime between 9:30 and 1:30. So I had to get up and prep a lot of things so that the delivery would go smooth. Like in our bathroom, which is our bathroom connects to our laundry room, we couldn't get the old washer and dryer out until we removed our toilet. So there was all this prep work I had to do ahead of time. And wouldn't you know it, 8:45, they send a text message and say, we'll be there in 30 minutes.
Yeah, not even within the window early.
Right. So I waited 10 minutes, and I finally replied and said, okay. But then they didn't end up coming till 9:45. I think they did a different customer first and came back to us. But that went well, and those guys are very skilled at moving equipment.
Yes.
And one of them was very unsafe, according to Rachel.
Well, he was wearing like his high top tennis shoes, all cool with his laces undone, going up and down my stairs, forwards and backwards, carrying heavy appliances. And I told him, "You are scaring me to death with your shoelaces untied. Please tie them."
Yeah, they took that double stack washer and dryer had to be 300 pounds, if not more. And it's like one of those double stacks that doesn't come apart. So they had to take that whole thing all the way down our stairs and out. Brought the 2 new units upstairs, got them installed for us. And our new freezer that we purchased, which is an upright freezer, is now down in the basement, ready for us to decide where we're going to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get it hooked up and be ready to fill it with bacon and sausage and pork chops.
Yes, I'm so excited. Well, I don't know that I'm so excited. I'm super excited for the meat. I'm not super excited for tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, taking our pigs in.
Yeah. Aww. And so I spent some good quality time with them this weekend.
Yeah, you did.
But after they left, I needed to run into the farmer's market to get more elderberry syrup because we're almost out. And he ended up saying he wanted to go with me, so we waited till the washer and dryer thing was done. Got to the farmer's market, ran right to the vendor, and she had just sold her last bottle like 10 minutes before I got there. But she did have an elderberry tincture, so I went ahead and got a bottle of that.
Did you taste it yet?
No, not yet. I think I'm a little nervous because she said it's really, really bitter, so make sure you put it in something. I do need to take something, though, because I'm not feeling well tonight.
We picked up a few extra things at the farmer's market. So we got some beets and some more beets.
Molasses.
Some molasses. Black strap molasses, is that what it was?
Yeah, because I've gotten into where I just make my own brown sugar now. I don't buy brown sugar. So I'll know I'll need some of that for the holidays. And I also use it for the goat's dewormer balls that I make them. So I'm going through molasses a lot faster than I used to.
So we bailed out of the farmer's market, ran by Lowe's real quick to get a new vent for our dryer, stopped by my mom's shop, visited her and Jerry for a little while.
And then I had to run to Calder's to get butter.
Calder's is our local dairy that we have here in town. It's about 3 miles down the road from our house. Is that it?
Anyway, I got home with the butter, let it thaw out, let it come to room temperature, I should say. My plan was to do cinnamon rolls, pretzels, sugar cookies. I only got the pretzels decorated with the white chocolate and dark chocolate, and the cinnamon rolls. I got probably 4 dozen put away in the freezer. I didn't let them rise for the second time. So when it comes time to gift them, I'll pull them out of the freezer and let them rise and bake them.
I was kind of laid up Saturday evening prepping for the delivery, and I had to remove that toilet. I threw out my back something terrible. Watched some football. Alabama, Georgia. Turned out to be a very good game.
You did get the toilet installed, though, with Nick.
When we removed the old toilet, one of the things that we wanted to do was just install a brand new toilet. The one that was there was one of those off-white almond colored ones, and we just wanted a plain white toilet. So being that I did injure my back removing the old one, I recruited my son Nick to come and give me a hand, and I thought it would be a good learning opportunity for him, teach him how to install a toilet. So we did get the new toilet installed. It went well.
Yeah, and I think you guys can see now I've got some painting to do because the new toilet doesn't exactly match where I painted around the tank of the last one. So the laundry room, we haven't quite pushed everything back, so this week I'll probably get up there and paint the laundry room to match the bathroom. Supposedly, that's what I'm going to do.
Well, we want to put up a new shelf behind the washer and dryer to store some of our stuff, and like we're gonna put shelves up and permanently install this washer and dryer. It should probably be painted and what?
Nothing. We both started to say the same thing.
Oh, end of the night, Rachel was getting ready to head off to bed. And we haven't been following up very well with our possum defense of closing up the chicken coop early, like we said we were going to.
But I did go to bed earlier. It was like 9:30. And his back was hurting, so I said, I'll just get the chickens tonight. Walked right out the door, and the roosters are going off like crazy. I'm like, oh, turned right around, came back, got the headlamp because I knew something was up. Went out, and sure enough, we got the possum. We got the possum. So they were, I mean, obviously it must have been rattling, making sounds, and had them flustered. So the boys were doing their job, keeping the girls safe, and came running back in the house and said, Todd, you got your possum.
We completely cleaned out that entire thing of dog food, that Rachel raised dog food. It must have really liked it because it was empty and licked clean.
Yeah.
And he looked less cute this time, especially when he and he fangs his teeth and hisses at you.
Yeah. So he came up to bed and said, oh, I went and saw it, and it sure looks cold and wet out there. I'm like, don't you even feel sorry for him. He can stay there till the morning till we can go and move him. I just pictured him getting all soft-hearted and being like, oh, poor thing.
No, not anymore.
Sunday I woke up, I did my chores, and I knew I needed to move that possum before I let the chickens out because he was like right outside their run. So I moved him over to the side of the garage and then let the chickens out. Came inside, and I've been wanting to make these like breakfast muffin things forever, and I've never done it. So I made these little breakfast muffin things. You liked them.
Mm-hmm.
I put like some ham, lunch meat chopped up, some kale. A couple of them had the cowboy candy jalapenos in there.
Those ones were my favorite.
Swiss cheese, mozzarella cheese grated up. And worked out good.
Turned out very good. They were.
I think you can like bag those up and they could be like breakfasts for a few days, like in the morning grab and go type things.
Mm-hmm.
So.
While she was off at church this morning, I had to tackle our four-wheeler. I went to go out to take care of our bees this morning. It was about almost 55, 60 degrees here today, so it was a perfect opportunity for me to go out and pack some sugar into my beehives for the winter. And wouldn't you know it, four-wheeler would not start. Battery was completely dead. We've had a lot of symptoms leading up to this. That I kind of knew we had a problem. I almost bought one on Amazon a couple weeks ago just so I would have it on hand. Completely dead. So I pulled the battery out of the four-wheeler. Decided I was going to head to town and pick up a new one. But why not take the possum with me and find a new home for him? So I took him up down the street to the river in town. There's a couple really nice, peaceful little fishing spots that I go to with my dad. And dropped him off there.
About 5 miles away.
Yeah, probably about 5 miles away, and he scampered off into the woods, and he didn't like the ride, though, and he didn't like being carried. But he should have a nice, good home now.
Yeah. Far enough away, he shouldn't find his way back anytime soon.
But I'm thinking we need to reset the trap.
Okay, in case there's more.
Why would there just be one possum?
I don't know. Do they go in a pack?
Well, I would think that there would be more than just one.
Yeah, true.
But anyways, I stopped by, picked up my battery after I dropped off the possum, came home, got that installed in the four-wheeler. That went well, other than it really makes me nervous doing the whole like pouring the acid into the cells, and I think I got some on my finger, and I etched up my pocket knife really good trying to cut the cap off of that little acid bottle.
He was still gone doing the possum release and battery pickup. So I ran over to Aldi's and got some more baking supplies. And we met up when I got home. You were back home.
Yes.
And I got going on another round, a double round of cinnamon rolls. And some cherry chocolate dipped macaroons.
Oh, and those nut things.
Oh, yeah, the fancy nuts.
That smelled up the house something wonderful.
Oh my gosh, it has like orange zest and rosemary and maple syrup and cayenne pepper and salt. Ooh.
I didn't eat one. I don't really like nuts, but my house smelled like Willy Wonka. The four-wheeler running. Took a quick trip around the yard, surveyed the property. I always like to check on things just to make sure nothing's weird, not of the ordinary. Even drove back into the field behind us and drove down to the creek and finally got to where my bees were. And wouldn't you know it, they're all still alive.
Yay!
There was cleansing flights. They were leaving the hive. I mean, there's nothing for them to go and get as far as food resources, but they can get out, they can drink, they can go to the bathroom, stretch their legs, stretch their wings, and put maybe a couple pounds worth of sugar, maybe 1.5 pounds in the top Valdi box of each hive. I'm assuming that they're going to eat it once it crystallizes, and it's a good sign.
Very good
We
sign.
made it to December.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, well, there's been a few nights that it's been bitterly cold, but we haven't had any really long stretches of like a whole month at a time where it's down in the 20s. But I'm feeling pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, we've definitely had some good windstorms and some, 15-degree nights. So it is a good sign that you had bees still.
So that about wraps up our weekend. What did you guys do this weekend? Let us know down in the comments. I really like interacting with you guys and hearing, okay, I tried this thing that you tried, or I did something new this weekend, or I took a nap, or whatever it is that you guys did. We love interacting with you guys. So
right.
Please tell us.
And if you have any awesome recipes I'm getting stuck on breakfast ideas, please share them down in the comments below, because that is my creative space in the morning. And I haven't been feeling very creative lately. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a wonderful week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.